Hello, beautiful people. Nicole, I'm back. I am your beauty guide with Lime Life by Alcone. In this video, we are going to talk about all things. Can you guess? What can you guess? Foundation and concealer. Now, I'm going to just show you a couple different ways to apply foundation, how to get kind of like a BB cream look with our Due Date oil, and why I'm in love with our foundation. I have always liked makeup. I've always liked playing with colors. I am one of those people that matches my eyeshadow to my outfit, to my lipstick and my shoes and this. I've just always felt like, okay, I'm ready for the day. Like I've put myself together in a way that is purposeful and that I feel good about, right? And so some days are better than others. And that I just find has always really helped me. So I've always liked makeup, but I hated foundation. I didn't like creams. I grew up in doing dance and like jazz and ballet and stuff. And so when we had recitals, even then, like I liked the makeup and the blush and like the blue eyeshadow because I'm a 80s, 90s baby. But I didn't like that stuff on my skin. So even as like a teenager and throughout college, I always would just kind of find like a powder with like a little bit of bronze or a tint in it just to kind of like give me an even tone. But I never hated liquid foundations, like even BB cream. I've tried mousse, all of these things. Tried them all. And I never really liked any of them. So I always just wore like a powder and then I did my eyes, eyeshadow, eyeliner, and then sometimes lipstick. So then I found this. This is our Perfect Complexion. So this is our foundation, and then this set comes with 2 concealers. Why 2 concealers, you say? Well, for so many reasons. I'm going to show you. One is going to be the color of my eye, and then this one is going to really lighten up underneath with those dark circles, as we can see, since my kid's been awake forever. The other one I have in here, I have 2. One's like my winter color, one's like my summer color, but I always have the same under eye color. And then this one is for color correction. So see how it's kind of like a greeny yellow color? That is going to cover up or counterbalance any red marks that you have. So any acne, anything that's bright, pigmented red acne, that sucker. Do not put this under your eye because the green color will make the dark circles worse. Okay, so there is a rhyme and a reason. There is really a way to do this, which I never knew until I joined Blind Life. You know, I just kind of always put concealer and blended it in, and I mean, I never went out looking like a crazy person, but you know, it is what it is. So we have a wax-based foundation, which means it sits on your face. It does not go into your pores. It does not slide off of your face because it's a liquid base. You know, liquid bases, like even though they dry, the science behind it is still liquid base. So even in the summertime, it's not going to do what it needs to do. So I do with our wax-based foundation. This is our Blenderful, so it's just a makeup sponge. I love it because it has different angles. You can see which type I use. I start, everybody does a little bit differently. It's not the right one. I want the one that's actually going to kind of match. I'm going to start with concealer number 2, which it matches my skin tone. Okay, and we're going to put it under our eyeballs in a kind of V. You want to draw the light. It's all about science, people. Okay, who knew? I wish this is the stuff that they taught in science chemistry class. Okay, I did not do in chemistry. Chemistry was not so good. All right, so. Okay, better than that. Dark. Not so dark, right? Okay, so that's that. Okay, I'm literally gonna do half my face, and then I'm gonna do the other half a little bit differently. Just bear with me, okay? Then I take the bottom end and I literally go like once. Okay, and now I'm literally going to blend it in with my Blenderful. I have like the worst lighting sometimes in my house, and so I'm trying to get to a place where I can like see you guys and still have good lighting. So now here's what I'm doing. The first video I posted today, my live, I went and I showed you how I prep my face. So I used my primer spray, and then I used my HD foundation, my HD powder. and then my setting spray, and then another layer of powder around where I put my mask to keep it all. So now I'm like primed and ready to go. My makeup. Can you guys see that difference? Like, okay, even if I move you, see? So now I have like even sun. Ignore my crazy eyebrows. Clearly haven't had them done. Okay, see, that's like literally, clearly have to rub that in more. Okay, just that tiny little bit goes such a long way. Okay, so I'm gonna rub that line in a little bit. Okay, all right, and so this is what I would do if I was getting ready. I would go all over my face. Now, some people like to use a brush. I feel as though the brush is going to give you a little bit more of a thicker coverage. I don't know why. I just feel like, because it gets in the bristles, if you will, and I feel like it's going to give you a little bit more of a coverage. But this is super quick, like super easy, super quick. If you just need something, like a little boop boop, go. It's going to give you a lot of coverage. So I always use my Blunderful. It just feels good, whatever feels good. Some people just use their fingers. Now, the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this super light concealer, not the green one. See the difference? Those two ones on the bottom are the same. And then these are just a couple shades. One's Jenna Beige and one's, I think olive one. Yeah. I have quizzes that you can take. You can also like send me pictures so I can color match you. You are not in this alone. I do this all the time. I am your beauty guide for a reason. So you guys can either just reach out to me. I'll post the link too if you want to take what color. I've had people take this test. It's literally based on like if you burn in the sun and kind of your undertones, and it has always been correct. One of our main senior platinum director is Kat Aragon. She's also a super amazing professional makeup artist, has been with the company forever, created this quiz. So this is our brush number 4. Okay, you see how little, like the brush isn't even covered, right? Okay, that is to lighten up under my eye. Now I just go in. I'm going to show you guys. Okay, I might have even put too much because I can't really see, but okay, just a little bit so you can see like the difference, because I didn't go all the way up over my eyelid. And that inner eye is going to open up your eye. Remember, this side has nothing on so far. And this side is just that little bit of concealer and foundation. I don't have blush, I don't have bronzer, I have nothing other than my priming and my powder. See, I'm even a little too dark for this color because of the sun, but that's okay. You're getting the point. Okay, now the other trick I want to show you real quick is for those of you who like more of a liquid feel, or more of, they call like the BB cream, you know, that kind of is supposed to be lightweight and feel really great. We have this oil. It's called Due Date. It's made of Palmarosa and sunflower oil. It is for all skin types. I know people think I'm oily. Why would I put oil on my face? But another thing I learned at Lime Life was that a lot of times when your skin is very, very, very oily, it's because obviously your pores and your skin is producing too much oil. It's doing that because it feels dry. So it's trying to your oil glands overproduce because it feels like it's dry. If you're hydrated, and you're meaning inside and out, so we're drinking our water, we're taking care of ourselves, we're doing all that, and your skin is hydrated, we'll talk about a little bit more of that too, it's gonna feel better, right? It's gonna look better. But here's what we're gonna do with this. Because I can put it all over, I use this stuff on my cuticles, on my feet, in my face, because it does not make me oily, even though it is an oil. I'm gonna show you guys. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. So I'm gonna put a little bit on my hand. Okay. Just a little bit. You see that? And I'm going to take my brush. I'm going to put it in my foundation. Okay, can you guys see that? And I'm going to mix this up, okay? You need the littlest bit of oil. See how that's more of like a dewy look, like the BB cream, okay? This is foundation, so I didn't put concealer on. I was trying to think, where was I? So I can put concealer over this, but also I just wanted to show you the difference, okay? Your whole face, people, whole face, okay? So this is the same foundation I used on this side, right? Oh man, that coverage is like no other. Blend, always blend, especially because I clearly have been out in the sun. All right, ready? Okay. And not only, so remember there's no concealer on here yet, and I have different concealer on here. You can see the difference because I haven't put any up here as a primer yet. That's just the BB cream. Okay, see how that's still glistening with just that little bit? It just gives you more of a dewy look versus this is just kind of more set. Okay, now with this one I would even go in, maybe do a little bit of our bronzing lotion. You can see the difference in my forehead. So see how I said the brush gives you a little bit more coverage. You can kind of see more sunspots on this side. Okay. I also need my lip wax because I'm a dark-haired woman, and that's okay. Okay, now if I do the concealer, take my brush, just lighten it up a little bit. Now my entire face is literally ready to go. See how that's lighter? And it looks weird, right? Because it's not fully blended. I need to go in and I need to just do some more blending of it out. And now what I would do is I would take that HD powder and I would put a layer of that on and my foundation would be set. That's my base face. Then I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna do some bronzer and maybe some blush, some eyes, and then you'll get like a full look. But this is literally just foundation and concealer, and that creates such a difference, such a feel of I'm starting to get put together. I'm starting to come to life in the middle of the day or the beginning of the day. So this set is, I want to say 72. You guys, I always forget prices. So I brought this because I just love this stuff so much that I totally talk about it all the time. And like one of the things I never memorized was all of the different, the pricing at all. And if anybody wants a catalog, okay, here we go. Foundation. Perfect Complexion, 1 foundation, 2 concealer, 76. I was close, so it's 76. The concealer alone, if you just wanted to do 1 concealer, because you don't need different tones, like if you just wanted to do a lighter one or one to match your skin tone, that's fine. The concealer alone is 24 and the foundation alone is 36. So that would be 60 for that. And then you save money, $8 if you added in another concealer. So same thing, like if you get really dark in the summertime or something and you wanted the 2, you know, and then you can buy a different color foundation later. Ready to go, people. Needs a little bit of powder so I'm not so shiny. And then I'm going to go do the rest of the face. So stay tuned for some other videos. I hope this was helpful. I'll put a post later too, but if anybody wants catalogs, the link to get color tested. I can also do like a little bit of foundation because it's wax based. I can literally like put it on a hot iron and melt it down a little bit, and I can put a scoop in a little tin and then it dries and you can put it on your face and see if you like the feel of it. Because if you're like me and you hated it, you know, it could match perfectly, but if I don't like it, I'm still not gonna wear it. Still ain't wearing it. All right, my friends. I also have some samples of Due Date if somebody would like to try this, because it is an oil and you worry about being super oily. Silly camera. All right. Foundation, concealer. Feel alive again, like a person. All right, guys, let me know if you have any questions. If you take the quiz and you have any questions, let me know. Let's talk soon. Bye.